Good morning, everyone. And now it is morning, nice and early. Got a good start. I didn't have much of a feeling of doing stuff yesterday, and that was because I'm not feeling too good. It's every time it's the same. At work, we work with a lot of people, and a lot of people are sick. And the second someone there is sniffy and sneezing and coughing all over the place, well, I get it. And I do know why that is, because I do wash my hands a lot, but you know, when you're in a big company with a lot of like a call center, everyone's on the keyboards, on the mouse, and I sit on that. I touch it and I touch my mouth, and that's it. I'm pretty sure of it. But okay. Another thing, I'm in very deep doo-doo. Yes, I am, because I'm out of pouring medium. I don't have any left. Not in my shop, not up here. I am down to, let's see. This is my last pouring medium. Oh boy. So, Vallejo, the last order I put in, they only gave me the half of the pouring medium order because they were out, and now I'm waiting for for pouring medium. My shop is out. I am out. It is a disaster. Okay. It can only happen to me, right? Okay, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do these two. And I got an email this morning about asking me about the definition of cells. And the thing is that, it depends on a lot of things, guys. And it's not easy to just say, oh no, put this in your mix and you're getting beautiful cells. No, it's not like that. First off, it's quality paint, because the more pigment in the paint, you know the drill, the better, the colors are. So, and because we're mixing a lot with pouring medium, gloss medium, Floetrol, all that stuff, you want a paint that is pretty highly pigmented, because that's what we need. Now, dimethicone is, as you can see here, dimethicone is really thick. And that also gives you the nice crispy cells. But just not the dimethicone won't do it. It's a combination of everything. It's the high quality paint, it's dimethicone, it's the pouring medium, the quality of the pouring medium, it's the Floetrol, and then this one, because it's a little bit thicker. So it has to do with a lot of stuff. So and it has to do with colors, because even your choice of colors will give you different outcomes in the cells. That is also true. So you have to just go and experiment a lot, and then you'll get to the colors and the mix that you like the most and gives you the most crispy cells. It's just not something that you can say, okay, this, and this gives you perfect cells. It's even depends on how you torch, because if you're doing this, or if you're letting the heat come down, that's totally different. There's two different things. So maybe one time when you want to do some experimenting, make two little paintings, and you can do that on Yupo. You don't have to do that on a canvas, but just try it by one doing this, and the other one holding it up high and letting the warmth come down on your paint. And then you have to be patient a little bit, but then you'll see them grow. And usually if you hold your torch stationary like this, up high, then you'll see your cells really slowly grow and get bigger. And if I do this, they tend to keep a little bit smaller. So you can try that out too. Now, what I'm going to do is a tiny little, this is a really medicine cup thing. So I'm going to fill this with a couple of colors I have. I'm going to do a push and pull, or maybe do a little squiggle, I'm not sure, but I want some really light background. And then I'm going to come in with another mix in another cup, and I want to do a long ribbon right down the middle here, maybe a little bit diagonal. I'm not sure yet, but I want to make these two that they match each other. That's the idea I have. So I'm going to start off with some nice turquoise. And there we go. I'm not going to put too much paint in this little cup because that's not really what I want to do. A little bit of that nice dark green. There we go. Then a little white. I like a little white absolutely in the pour. And I'm going to put in a little bit of this bronze. Just a tiny bit. It's a little bit too thick though. That's because I didn't put lids on everything yesterday. I just really, I did the squishes for those beautiful beads that I found, and I just couldn't do any more. I had a really good time on the couch watching some TV, ordered some pizza, that's it. That's what I did. But, you know, sometimes you just want to do that. You don't want to always, you know, put yourself up to so high standards. Okay, it needs a little bit more turquoise. If that will come out of the cup. There it comes. And this is pretty thick, so I'm going to put some Vallejo in there. That's it. Now I'm going to stir it. Give it one little stirry. Ooh, I like those colors. Okay, what I want to do is put it on here. Then come in with the white, and this is Winsor & Newton and pouring medium, gloss medium, and water, and no silicone at all because I'd like to keep the background without those little dents from the silicone. And I'm gonna pull it up, push it down. That's it, and I still got enough in the cup for the next one. As you can see, I'm sort of moving it around. Look at those cells popping up there. That is pretty. But I do want it really light, so that's why I'm moving it now so much. Usually you might want to stop there, but I want a really light background because I'm going to come in with darker paints to do the ribbons. Oops, contaminating the side there. Don't want to do that. Look at that. That is kind of pretty. And it is, like I said, it is kind of light, and that's what I was going for. So I'm going to help it along here on the side with a little bit of white. Oops. There we go. And letting it come down. A little drips there, but that's okay. No problem at all. Pulling it down. Doing the side. Okay. Making sure my sides are really covered in paint because I think that's important. You don't want a bare canvas. The canvas can be white, that's no problem, but it has to be white with paint because you don't want exposed canvas. Okay, that's that. Let's see what happens if we torch it. Not much going on, and I think it's because of the paint. Some of these paints have been laying around for quite a long time. Let's do a little bit more tilting. We're going to let it move a little, help it by tapping it on the table. Oh, I still see a little bit of bare canvas here. Don't want that. It's still interesting, but I did think it would be a little more interesting, but it is light and that's what I wanted. So let's do the other one and then come in with those ribbons. So the next one, we're going to put white all around it. Then flip the little cup. Put that little cup down there. A little bit more behind it of the paint. And this is also a question I got in my email because they said, you know, I can't get it under, but you know, it's just pushing up and pulling down. That's about it. Oops, don't want to lose all the color. There it goes over the side. I really love this one. I don't even want to torch it. That is so cute. That is really beautiful. Oh, now I'm in dubio. What am I gonna do? I want to keep that really because it's beautiful. It's always the same, isn't it? We're gonna torch it anyway. Now I'm torching from up very, very high and making sure the warmth comes down. And when I do this, that is to burst the little air bubbles. That is beautiful all by itself, isn't it, guys? Is this cool or what? Look at that. Oh, I don't want to drip on the other one. But look at that. That is cool. Are we really seeing it in focus? Now we are. Look at that. That is beautiful. But we're gonna do something to it because we really don't need it. So I'm gonna add a little white to make it go over the side. There it goes. A little bit white here. Make that go over the side. And then this is gonna move. There we go. Always remember to do the sides. There it is. Here's a little bit of bare canvas. Don't need that. There we go. Oops. Whoops. Whoops. That is kind of cool. Man, now I really want to keep this. This is beautiful. Okay, then because we want this to be one thing and it isn't. And this is okay because this is you know, for viewing purposes. What I'm going to do is put a little bit of white back on here, and I really hate to do this because I love this one, but when you get something like this, you can just swipe it. And I'm going to do something different. I'm not going to get my big palette knives because I know a lot of people don't have all the tools, so I'm going to get one of these big brushes. Everyone has a big brush, right? And I'm going to swipe with this brush. So I'm going to put it on here and slowly swipe it down. There we go. And that's what I'm going to do with this one too. There it goes. There's a little bit that I really want off there. Okay. Now it sort of fits. See that? That looks more like it. Now I'm giving it a torch from way up high. Here we go. There's not much gas in here, I think. Now I'm going to go in closer, make sure it's all activated. Okay, that's a lot of bubbles. But as you can see now, it really does fit together. And that's when I come in with the rest of the paint. And I'm going to put it in a little cup. I'm going to just clean off the side here. But I am going to keep this. So I'm going to make up a little bit more of this turquoise. And what I'd really like is something with a lot of cells to put over this. So I'm going to add a little silicone. And see if my paint is good. No, it's not. Too thick. Now it is. I'm pretty sure of it. Let's see. Yeah, it'll work. But there's a lot of thick pieces in here. But it will have to work. Now, of course, I'm coming in with that dark because we want some contrast. Then a little bit of white. And I want some really, really beautiful green. That's it. Dark green. Yeah, let's do it. That's a little thick though. There we are. Now, I'm going to give it a little stir. And now I'm going to come in with the ribbons. That's it. Quick and easy. And of course, I'm going to make them a little broader by really tilting the whole thing all over the place. There we go. Look at that. That is pretty. Now we're going to do the same with this one. Ooh, tilting, tilting, tilting. There we go. That is crazy. That is really crazy. It's beautiful. Coming in with my torch again. First I'm going to burst a few bubbles. And then I'm going to torch. Oops, a little bit there. There we go. I'm very, very satisfied with the pour. Let me get a cloth. Now, what this does, and this is different from what we usually do, but what this does, because you put a second one over it, it gives you everything of all the techniques you can do, but they push it all into one. And I am really crazy about this technique. So I'm doing this one, a double one, because I like to do something that you can hang up and give a little space and it'll still look like it belongs together. That's number one. But I am already, in my mind, I'm thinking about doing this on a 40 by 40, a really big one. And I'm going to give you a close-up in a bit, and you'll be amazed how beautiful this is. Only thing, I won't be able to see it on the monitor, but that doesn't matter. As long as you guys can see it, it's okay. Let me monitor out. That's it. Okay, look at this. Can you see here where it swirls? How beautiful that is? Beautiful cells in that dark ribbon that's on there. And the background just beautifully does all those, I don't know, but this is it. This is what I really, really love. Look at that one. Isn't that amazing? I love it. I can't help it. I'm really quiet because I love it so much. That is really gorgeous. And I'm going to sell this as a set because I think they really, really go together. You don't want to, you know, sell them separately because they really have to go together. And I'm really, really over the